Okay, everybody, we are back. As usual, spoilers ahead. We are going down into the Everfall. So let's go talk to Barnaby to start his quest, and then will go explore the Everfall. I highly recommend healing up to max, and I highly recommend bringing 2 pawns. 2 to 3. Let's go ahead and eat some heals. Harspud milk is okay to use. Don't use your Harspud juice or sauce. You see, chaff stem can restore some health. Okay, so the Everfall is just down here. I don't know if that ruins his quest. You don't really get anything from it, and it doesn't really do anything. But I'll go ahead and do his quest.
Merciful Maker, please, sir, please, thank you, sir. This child is always weak, but to see it, fain to try anything to bring him here. The first of those stones, he spoke of a power, not that I am one to, and so I searched. 'Tis a vain hope to see.
Okay, so he gives us the Wakestone shard. So we're gonna go down to the Black Cat and just buy another one outright. I believe he has a shard. Fornival also has a shard, but we don't want to talk to him because we might start that other quest. And I'll explain that one a little bit later, because that one actually has multiple outcomes. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, do I or do I not? Okay, so there is Monty Bonk.
Clear.
Monty Bank.
Truth be told, most folk, there's no challenge. I'm sure you'll find all you need.
Okay, so right here he sells fairy stones. Don't need it. Fiend luring incense. He sells a Wakestone shard for 30,000. That's not cheap. Skeleton key. He sells some pretty good weapons. This one right here, we can use. It's a repeller bow. It can attack foes and it can steal their HP. Hydra Husk is crazy against Hydras. This does extra experience points if you do the killing blow. This one makes is good against humans. This one's a magic archer. If you stand still, you heal all your health. Weak against griffins and flying. Weak against dead, makes undead weak. You can charge up Caged Fury. Goblins are weak. Saurians are weak. Cyclops. This one can do critical hits. That gives you more stamina. This gives you gold if you hit people with it. Force Hatchet, it charges up with each consecutive attack. So each of these does special.
I'm sure you'll find all you need
The special abilities with those weapons. So they're worth checking out. Okay, so I believe I have the Wakestone. Oh, sorry, there's Madeline. My bad. See if she has baleful nails for us. No, still sold out.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. Did not mean to run into you. So I think I have the Wakestone now. It would be in my special tab. Yes, I have a full Wakestone. Okay, so we will drop that off and then go into the Everfall. But you'll have little quests like that everywhere. Some quests you won't even realize how to start them, and they'll just automatically trigger. There's a quest from Reynard, the merchant we saved from the goblins at the very beginning of the game. If you don't save him there, he disappears forever. But you have to deal like 6 to 10 transactions with him, and then he'll offer you a quest. And if you never buy any of his stuff, you'll never see the quest. So I'm just gonna hit aid. His son comes back to life. Says, "Was I dead?" And yeah, kind of like, yeah.
Miracle! 'Tis a miracle!
So I'm gonna skip that cutscene, and that's complete. And yeah, that's all that ever happens on the net. If you don't revive him, then I'm gonna pick these up real quick. If you don't revive him, he just dies, and then the quest disappears. So talk to Barnaby again.
You have my thanks.
Okay, so he's gonna take us to the Everfall. Sorry, I skipped the dialogue.
Beyond lies the Everfall, an ancient place that sleeps beneath Grand Soren's stones. We pawns have long served as keepers of the entrance to this place. But since the dragon's coming, a strange aura has filled the Everfall. If it be some omen of evil to come, we cannot allow it to go unchecked. I ask that you seek out the cause of the change, or some proof. The Everfall is a place unique unto itself. This is not a simple, which is why I ask you, Arisen. Please, let...
Okay, I recommend getting 2 pawns. So let's grab 2 pawns upstairs, and then we'll jump into it. In early stages, when you're low level, it doesn't matter which pawn you grab. Just get whatever you think you need. I've got a warrior and I'm an archer, so I'm gonna get a fighter and a mage. Doesn't matter, just walk up to a random one, say yes. There's a mage. Cool, let's go.
Yes, Arisen. I am honored.
Now, later in the game, if you plan on doing the DLC or you get close to end game, it matters what your pawns do. Because you don't want them running around, you want them focused. So you'd want to have like a scather and a mitigator. And then you'd want to have their first be a scather, the second a mitigator. Or you'd like to have a scather and then an Inquisitor after, so they loop for you. What are you doing, computer? Stop. That was weird. So basically you would want to have a challenger and then a mitigator and so on and so forth. You would want them to play to their strengths, not their weaknesses, and you'd want all their strengths to be your strengths. So it matters later on in the end game when they're all really high level and enemies are strong, but in the early game, not so much. I don't know what my computer did there, but it pulled up a bunch of windows right while I was recording. Like, I had no idea why it did that. Hopefully it won't do that again, though. That was weird. Okay, so if you see your pawn pick up a large nut, you're going to want to snag that from them almost instantly, because they will eat it to regain health. And as you know, we can make a really strong curative with it. Okay, as you guessed, zombies can get up. As you can see, we're not doing much to undead. They're weak to fire. Oops, I accidentally grabbed my pawn. So there's going to be lots of undead in here. And I do mean lots. Okay, lantern time. As you can see, there's skeletons just warming up on the other side of that. Now, if you have a mage with levitate, you can just jump on this ledge and then go around, and then you can bypass that door. Looks like my guys took off running already, and they're in here fighting. So, I mean, that's something. I don't know why they're in here, but they might have the pioneer. So when in doubt, throw blast. So that's exactly what I'm gonna hold. And I'm gonna throw it right in their face. And sometimes if you get hit, you will have to re-equip it. See, I got hit multiple times. Come on, guys. There we go. Finally got it off. Yeah, I think with that. There we go. So throw blast and explosions, very strong against skeletons. I wish you could put that on a hotkey, but unfortunately you have to equip it every time. Bye. Fortunately that one was a waste, but we got a barrel to make up for it. Okay, she's distracted. So we're gonna get rid of about 2 at the same time. Goodbye. So excellent source of bones. That's a rift fragment. Definitely want that. Okay, there is a ogre outside. We haven't encountered an ogre. That's a magic spell bow. That's awesome. Because you want to have the weapon before you switch to the vocation. Because oftentimes you'll get to be a mage and you'll be like, oh boy, I unlocked sorcerer. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, why don't I have an arch staff? And then you're like, oh, I have to buy one. And then you're without a weapon. So you can't attack. It's like a oops. Okay, so there'll be a lever right here we can hit. This will open the next gate down below us. Okay, as you can see, there's more undead. No big deal with our handy dandy throw blast though. As you can see, works wonders. That's a force of habit I'm gonna have to break looting when battle. In the second one, they fixed that. You can do whatever you want. Your pawns don't inherit your behaviors. You just change it, and then you're good. So you want to change it to something else. Rusted plate. Okay. Okay, we are just about to the ogre. So, thing to note, and this is kind of a quirky tip, so I'm going to pause right here so it doesn't attack. So, the ogre, it likes to eat women in the sense of, hey, look, a tasty snack. So, if you dress your character as a woman, but it's actually a man, it'll start gagging and it'll be like, oh no, you tricked me, and it'll fall over and it'll throw a fit for a little bit, and you can really get some damage in. Um, these guys kind of run around swinging their arms and drop kicking like a wrestler, but if you get on their back and start attacking, they'll jump up in the air and slam on their back, and that'll give you access to their head, and that's how you're supposed to fight them. But just a little tip about if you dress a male character as a female and it picks them up, starts chomping on them, it'll be like, oh, gross. And free damage window. So I am going to equip a throw blast. This throw blast works pretty good on this guy. It won't stagger him or anything. It'll catch him on fire though. As you can see, it's barely even phasing him. But his health is going down. As you can see, she whacked him in the knees real hard. Leveled him. But yeah, see, Throw Blast made that manageable. These guys drop Ogre Tooth and meat. Sometimes they can drop an Ogre Spur, I think. And then that's it. That was the hardest part of this whole area right here. We haven't seen it yet, but if bats attack you enough, they can inflict poison. And poison is no joke. It lasts a really long time, and it chunks your health quite a bit. There's going to be some more undead down here. Okay, there was a healing herb. We're almost to the bottom. So you can hit this lever if you want. I'm not going to. Now a whole bunch of undead will start showing up in here. You can see them popping in already. But down there, that glowing thing in the center is a port crystal. It's a portable port crystal too, so nice. So if you pick it up, you can take it with you, and you can place it down, and you can use it as a warp point. Pick it up whenever you're done going to that place. It's great for escort quests, which is exactly what I'm going to be using that first one for, at least for the first time. I'm going to place it near a new area, and then we will pick it up when we're done with the quest line, and then we can use it wherever we want. But it's going to be practical because there's a main quest in that area too. The armored ones are a little bit harder to take out. But the main thing is they are dangerous in numbers. That's what it's trying to show us. So you can pick up these rocks and bash them with them. You can throw them at them. Because there are more. There are more. I'm going to see there's one back there I didn't even know about. So. Ooh, good hit. But as you see, carrying items does cost stamina. So as soon as I see one pop out of the ground, I'm going to throw this thing at it, and we're going to continue on. There's one. You see it knocked it clean off the ground. And you don't even have to kill these guys. I just am because, you know, you don't want to be going down the stairs and stuff, and then you got like 30 of these dudes right behind you going, hey, hey, we're gonna get you. Yeah, I mean, that's like the last thing you want. So, throw Blast City. Just, if they fall down, try to time it, or get your distance. There we go. Looks like we're about done with that.
Advance slowly where visibility is poor. It will give us time to react.
So there is a we can come back here, request later, but there's kind of a area off to the side that if you don't really explore, you're not going to see it. First of all, let's get our port crystal. Okay, so you examine this, and that ends the mission. Don't do that just yet. Because if you do, it triggers an event, and it can be kind of chaotic. So there should be a doorway. So I'm going to go through one side of this, but I'm not going to go through the other. But I have to find it first. Kind of dark down here. There it is. Yeah, I walked right past it. So go to the right. And there is a door right there. And if we beat up a big skeleton, then we can get some treasure in there. If we go to the left, there's harpies and skeleton mages, and there's treasure in there as well. But you can get some free armor and stuff in here. So I'm going to do that part, and then he's in this coffin, so As soon as you open that little cutscene, then you mess them up. Like, oh yeah. And we're like, oh no. Prolapsed. Done. Okay, so the ornate levers in here are engraved. Okay. Put it there and then go ahead and loot. Is it worth going to the other side? Well, there's some gold bags and stuff. There's a few treasures in there. So when you're over encumbered, can't pick nothing up, and you can't run, you can't walk. Panacea right there, you definitely want that. So I'm gonna give my armor I just picked up. Give that to my main pawn. So armor and weapons always give to your main pawn, because if you give armor and weapons to other pawns, you kind of gift it to them. I think you might have to equip it to them and then dismiss them, but basically you might lose it forever if you do it the wrong way. So be very careful how you do that. These coffins should have loot in them as well. There's poison arrows, flamenca, sleeper arrows. So those would be good for me. Then, like I said, there's harpies and stuff, and skeleton mages, and we're not gonna go up there. I'm just pointing that out. Okay, so we're getting close to 30 minutes, so I'm gonna finish this mission up. Go ahead and examine it. And that's not good. So all these tentacles will follow us all around. They're quite strong. But, good news, we do have an Eternal Fairy Stone. And where can we warp? Grand Soren. Let's get out of here.
A word, sir.
Okay.
Are you the Arisen? I bring a message from the Duke himself. His Grace has judged your feat in slaying the Hydra most laudable. To honor your noble works, you are hereby welcome to the world. You may now accept orders from Sir Maximilian, Captain of the Hunt. Bring this writ to Sir Maximilian outside the castle gates. He will instruct you further. The document confers the status of Hunter upon you. Carry it on your person, always.
Okay, so we got the Worm Hunt license, so that gives us access to the next set of main quest. But don't forget to complete this one. Most people run straight off to the castle and go try to find Sir Maximilian. Tell Barnaby what you found.
A light. In the furthest depths, you say? I see. In truth, even we pawns know precious little of the Everfall. I can say with utmost certainty, though, the light you speak of is newly come. We cannot know if this small aberration will give rise to great calamity hence, but the chance enough is called to take action. We shall redouble our efforts here, and keep vigilant for further signs of change.
Okay, that quest is complete. Okay, so we are going to go back to the center of town, and then we are going to rest up, and then when we start the next episode, it will be daytime. And then we are going to do an escort quest to continue Keena's quest line, as well as we are going to do Mason's quest. And then we will go from there. If this helped you, if this entertains you, if you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. thank you guys so much for your time. We will catch you soon. Thank you guys so much, and you have an awesome day. We will catch you tomorrow.